Okay, this is probably the first time I've ridden Willie Tackless. I almost always ride with a saddle. I usually ride with a halter and reins in the indoor. He's a little agitated at first. He's thinking about cantering because that's what we worked on last time. But I just sat still and he kind of figured out that we were going to walk. So here he is. He's kind of figured out at this point that it's about turning. But he's just throwing in turns, hoping to get clicked. So I started using cues right away, and I'm mostly trying to use my body turning in the direction I want to go. But I'm also using leg cues, and I'll show you some of the leg cues he kind of knows. He knows the inside leg means bend to the inside. Two legs at the girth means go forward. This is still confusion. I've got my inside leg on him and he's bending okay, but now he's side passing. So I did click him for that. Now I'm putting two legs on him and he did step forward, so I clicked him for that. I have the poles down thinking they might help him figure out to go forward, but I'm not sure they did. Now I've got my right leg forward on his shoulder, which is a cue for him to turn his front end around. He didn't get it, he's side passing instead. This is the leg cue to get him to move his hip over. He didn't get it there. There he got it. Okay. I'm kind of experimenting around trying to figure out which cues might help me be able to steer him. There's the hip cue again. The trouble is he confuses the leg at the girth cue with the hip cue. The shoulder cue he kind of has at the hall, but he doesn't really understand it when we're moving, and he doesn't react fast enough. The poles on the ground are good because that way I don't just keep clicking him for a step here and a step there. I have a direction in mind. Okay, that one I just clicked him for stepping over the pole, going in a straight line. That's what I wanted.
No, wrong way.
Okay, I'm experimenting with a no reward marker here. And the problem I have with a no reward marker is I'll be giving him the no reward marker, and then he'll finally get it right there, and then I'll click him. So I kind of wonder if he understands the no reward marker. You know, sometimes when I use it, he does stop what he's doing and do something else.
Turn the other way. Good.
Okay, so this is the shoulder cue, which is the one I eventually decided to stick with. So every time he turns away from the shoulder cue, I click him. We're still at that stage. Straighten. Straighten. And the shoulder cue is coupled with the inside leg cue on the other side, so he bends in the correct direction. And eventually I think this is going to work well. I can bend him in the direction I want him to turn. He really doesn't want to go down there to the other end, so this is pretty good. He does know trot, and he actually is starting to understand canter very well. So that's another example where I'm giving him the no reward marker, then I click, which makes me wonder just how useful a no reward marker is, since it's so closely associated with the click. I think to use it successfully I have to give a no reward marker and then go on to another trial. this is the shoulder cue for turning, which he understands at the hop. And he's getting it.
Wow, you better have a little time off.